Okay, guys, again, guys, Cardi guys, with this part two of this massive BP1000.4 V2 amplifier, guys. And guys, let me see where I left off on the last video. I did have a shot, of this amplifier. It wasn't coming on. Sometimes when I touch the circuit board, it comes on, guys. Guys, let me tell you, this amplifier, guys, I tell you, man. I've said it before, and I think I jinxed myself on it. I told this come with some shots sometime. But guys, all right. First, I replaced these two switches here because when I touch one of them, I see the amplifier goes into protection mode when I touch one of these, and I keep turning the amplifier on, and every time I try to switch one of them, it goes in protection mode. So I replaced both of them. Right, guys? So I replaced both of them thinking everything was okay. Amplifier comes on now. I'm not getting any sound from nowhere back here, guys. No sound. Then the amplifier just goes into protection mode after. So I was like, that's kind of weird because the first these was casting it when I touched them goes in protection mode, and then I put in, the the switch. I replaced them and it still goes in protection mode. So I was like, that doesn't add up. Even though, yeah, when I touched them at that time, they weren't. The amplifier wasn't going to protection mode. So I was like, just not giving out any audio. So I started to check again, guys. And I started to check stuff that I didn't check before. So I checked the output. I didn't check these resistors, guys. And look at, you can see the difference here. Look, you can see the difference. That resistor, guys, is a 0.15 ohms. And this one was bad, guys. You see the original one here, guys. This is what it looked like. You could see it was burned. You can't even see the writing on it or anything. No wording, guys. Nothing. Yeah, just a little bit. It's a 5 watt, 0.15 ohms. And see, I have to convert this one here, this one that stand up. Yes, guys. Instead of this one here, like this, yeah. And guys, turn it on and everything, guys. The amplifier is working fine. Amplifier is working fine, guys. I was like, wow. So just to let you guys know, yeah, stuff like that happened, guys. And this is a really unique one. I normally get them with these back in the days. I remember, even sometimes they wouldn't come on and you would touch the circuit and they keep touching the board or something, and eventually like it will come on, especially down here. And sometimes it's a TL494, guys, if you get one sometime, not powering on for some little weird, turning on that weird way, I turn on and go straight to protect. Most of the time, this TL494, guys, replace it sometimes. And sometimes, guys, you having audio issue with these, it's somehow with these. These up here, guys. These up amp right here. IC, guys. These up amp ICs. Sometimes, and there's a way, guys, of finding out which one is bad. Sometimes, because sometimes when they're in the circuit and you're testing the volts, you won't get any volts from the pin that gives the positive volts. So what I do, all the positive volt pin, I desolder them. As the volt come to, yes, any one the voltage come to, and these pins sometimes, desolder them, all of them, pour the amplifier on, and then you solder one by one. Pour it off, you solder one, pour the amplifier on, and check if you're getting voltage from all the leads, from, that comes to the IC, just, and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's how we have really diagnosed these some of the time, guys. Because some of the time, when you're not getting any power here, guys, it's there. But it's if the bad one is killing it, you understand? So, you won't see it come up, so it's feeding back. So, stuff like that happen with these amplifiers a lot, guys. So yeah, just let you know, guys, man. Whew, this one, believe me, guys, this one we are fight. This one I didn't expect this with this amplifier. To tell you the truth, guys, that's what I said. Anytime I said I'm gonna do an easy fix or something like that, stuff like this always happen, guys, and but it is what it is, guys. So I bridge it now. Yeah, I bridge it. Yeah, for the 3 and 4 channel, as you can see right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you just a tone test, guys, so you guys can see. I don't wanna get copyright for nothing right here right now. You know, I just try to stay far from music itself, like the music or the music playing and stuff. So you know, just tone test I'm going to do. So let me put it on and see if everything goes on like before, and we'll see. And it take a little time before it pause up, guys. I don't know why. You see that, guys? See? Blue light. Turn it down. This guys. So, all right. So that's it, guys, for this repair, guys. So as you can see, yep. Done my little tone test right there, guys. Yep. So please like, subscribe if you like what you see, guys. Yeah. And just let you know, guys. Yep. One heat resistor, as they would call it, guys. This is a heat resistor. Yeah, this resistor here, guys. Yeah. Some people call it power resistor and stuff like that, but yeah. Whew. Guys, I tell you, man, this one give me a fight, guys. Believe me. Even though I'm still like I have a bunch of stuff to do, and I thought this was an easy knockout because of these 4.70 resistor. So I replace, guys, and but you know everything is fine. They're good, as you can see. Yeah, as you can see, guys, I isolate them. You know, I don't let them go flat on the circuit board because it will burn it again if something like that happens. But you know, so for now, guys, I'm going to just disconnect this and put it in the chassis or in the casing or you know whatever you guys call it, and we go on from there. So please like, subscribe if you like what you see, guys. And Cardi, guys, is out for now. All right, no respect.